guys, how's it going? Hello to my Facebook fans and my Instagram fans. Welcome to the last video in our 2025 Closet Clean Out Challenge. So this is number 5 in the 5-part series, so yay for you. I hope that you have a much more organized closet that you are enjoying shopping in and getting dressed in a lot more than you have ever before. And we really do kind of shop our closet, right? Because we're, sitting there looking at it and putting outfits together, finding accessories, finding shoes, finding handbags, putting it all together. So it is a little bit like a shopping experience. And hopefully this closet clean out series has helped make that a little bit better for you. So tonight I just wanted to do a quick video on some suggestions on organizing accessories, because that can be a whole nother issue besides our clothing, is getting those accessories in order. So first of all, let's talk about shoes. I like to organize my shoes just like I organize my clothing. But that all depends on the space that you have, and if you have the option of lining your shoes up, maybe you have like a long closet and you can line them up from one side to the other. If you do have a setup like that, I really like to start with tall and work my way down to short. So starting with your tall boots, and then your shoe boots, and then maybe your loafers, and then, maybe your heels. And I think you should also separate your shoes by season, just like I recommend that you separate your closet clothing by season as well. I think both of those are gonna really help you to know what you have, and to, again, visually see what you're missing, what you have too much of. You may have 10 styles of flip-flops and not a single pair of black heels or something like that. So by lining them up like that, and especially by doing it per season, you also might see that you have 70% winter shoes and only 30% summer shoes. Well, we have a lot of winter that we have to get through, so that may make sense, but it'll help you to kind of see rather than having everything just all together. I use a little cubby thing. So it's like a shelf that's about this high, and it has small squares, and each square holds a pair of shoes. So I have my summer shoes in my cubby thing, and then I have shelves in my closet, in the middle of my closet, and I have my winter shoes on my shelves. My clothes go, because I have a double racked closet, my clothes go all the way to the floor. So I can't use the space underneath my closet to organize my shoes. That's new for me in this particular closet that I have now. Usually I've always done it at the bottom of my closet, but I don't have that option. So I've had to get creative with how to organize my shoes. I've also had fellow customers and employees in the past who've used different methods, like shoe boxes that are labeled, or one of my employees who was loved shoes used clear shoe boxes so she could see what was in the shoe box, and then just stacked them. So I think there's a lot of different options. They also have those over the door hangers that you can slide your shoes into. The problem with that is that gets really heavy really fast, and the little plastic connector to the hanger is not very strong. So I've broken one of those before simply because my shoes were too heavy. So you do have to be careful about what you put in those kinds of shoe organizers. One other thing to consider too is this time while you're looking at your shoes and organizing your shoes is a great time to check them out. How's the tread? How are the scuffs? Will a little bit of shoe polishing spiff them up, or do they need to be maybe given to Goodwill, or if they're still in good shape but maybe you just don't like them anymore? I mean, I know I used to have in my younger days a lot of higher heeled shoes, and I just don't want to wear those anymore. I've just transitioned to there's just a height of shoe that I'm just not willing to go past now. So I had a lot of high-heeled shoes that were still in really good shape, but I just wasn't wearing them anymore. And so that would be a great thing to give to like Dress for Success, especially if they're professional worthy shoes. And then there's ones you're just going to throw away. There's ones that you may want to give to Goodwill. But it's a good time to go through your shoes just like you would go through your clothes. And consider, you know, are the zippers still working? You know, if they have some kind of embellishment, is the embellishment still on? All of those kinds of things. To just consider if you need to replace anything, and you can be sure to add that to your shopping list. So the next time you go out and you're shopping, you can remember, oh yeah, I need a new pair of black loafers or black heels or whatever it is that you need. So, so that's what I want you to know about shoes. For necklaces, I also like to organize by length and color. So I tend to put my longer necklaces together, my shorter necklaces together. Depending on how many necklaces you have, I have used a couple different organizational strategies at different times based upon different closets that I've had. So my darling husband made me basically it was like a pegboard that you would use for tools in a tool shed. And it was tall and wide, and it had the pegs on it, and I could hang my necklaces right on that. I loved that. That was great. It didn't get to move with me to my new location because I didn't have any space for it. So in my new closet, there is this hanger thing that it hangs right on the bar, and it has a straight bar that comes out, and then it has little like pegs that come out all along both sides of the straight bar. So I use that as well. And again, I try to hang my longer necklaces together from longer to shorter. It has two sides, so I do like a winter side and a summer side from longer to shorter. And I try to use that same colorization method that I shared with you guys for organizing clothes, the Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, for organizing my necklaces too. Because again, remember the whole purpose of this whole thing is to make getting dressed easy. So, you know, if you've got a whole like blue combo going, you don't want to have to search through 15 necklaces to find your blue necklace. You want to make it so however you can in whatever space that you have, you want to make it so you can go right to that blue necklace that you want to wear and add it to your clothes. And I mean, I'm just a really big believer in putting the whole thing together the night before, your shoes, your socks, your top, your bottom, your layer, your jewelry, your handbag if you switch handbags, so that it's all done and ready. But I don't want you to be spending 20 minutes searching through things and getting frustrated. That's the whole point of organizing your closet. So an organized accessory area is just as important as an organized clothing area. So that is what I do. I also, as you know, am a big believer in knowing your colors and shopping by your colors. And, you know, so for example, if you are, you're a warm toned person and you have a hot pink necklace, well, that hot pink necklace is not in your color palette. And the likelihood of you wearing that and it being complementary to your skin and your hair is not very high. So those are the things you need to evaluate, just like you evaluated your clothes, you know. Are there any colors in this palette that I'm looking at in front of me that just really aren't me? And those would be ones that you're going to want to pull out and get rid of and replace it with something that's going to be a better choice. Because if you buy according to your colors and you stick according to your colors, then every single accessory, every single purse, every single shoe, every single coat is going to go with everything in your closet. And that just makes your life easier. And you're not having to be like, well, I can wear that coat with this, but I can't wear it with that. if you stick with your color palette, you won't have that problem. So I think that's a really, really an important thing to do. Also with handbags, I like to, so a lot of you have a top shelf on your closet. That top shelf is a great place for sweaters that need to be folded. And ladies, most all of your sweaters should be folded, because if you hang them on a hanger, they're gonna stretch out in the shoulder, or they're gonna, sorry, you guys lost me there for a second. What I was saying is that your sweaters are gonna grow and stretch out if you don't fold them. So you wanna fold your sweaters. And I also like to line my purses up on that top part of my closet. So my sweaters are on one half and my handbags are on the other. If you buy a nice handbag, they always come with a dust cover. That is that bag that comes inside your handbag. That is so you can store your purse and it doesn't get dusty sitting in your closet if you're not using it every day. So store your purses in their dust bags and line them up from tallest to shortest on that top shelf of your closet if you have that, or any shelf in your closet. Even you can do it on the floor if you have space there, just so you have everything that you have available to you right there where you can grab it. I also have baskets, and I put my wallets in a basket. So again, I don't switch out a lot, but I do sometimes. And so I just have everything in a basket, like I have my wallets just one right after another, so I can easily go find the wallet that I want, find the handbag that I want, and I'm good to go. For scarves, I like to put my scarves in a drawer, and I've tried lots of different methods for scarves. I've tried those scarf racks. Again, I always made them too heavy and then they would break on me. So I have come to the conclusion that the best way to do your scarves is to roll them into a little circle like this and stick them in a drawer. So you can just basically stick them in there like donuts. And then when you pull open your drawer, you can easily see everything, every scarf that you have, every color that you have. And that is so much easier than a drawer full of scarves that you have to dig through to try to find the right one. If you have a lot of scarves, if you could dedicate a couple drawers to them, that would be great. Maybe one drawer's for printed, one's for solid, or maybe you do it by color. Again, you could do that Roy G. Biv color organization strategy, so that you can have, you know, your scarves organized by color, just like you have your clothing organized by color. Another option for scarves, if you're short on space, would be one of those under the bed tubs, those long, narrow tubs. Perfect for scarves, because scarves don't take up a lot of space, especially when you do it like this. You can stick them in there and slide them under your bed. So that's another option if you are short on space. But that's what I like to do with scarves. I tend to wear them more if I don't have to search for them a ton. Let's see. Okay, we've talked about it. The only other thing we didn't talk about is earrings. And earrings there's so many different strategies. There's so many different kinds of things you can buy to organize your earrings. I like the ones with little squares, little individual squares. And then I just kind of organize my earrings by color within those little squares. And you know, those plastic ones you can stack. So those are really easy. I have one of those wooden jewelry boxes that have the drawers, and the drawers have those squares in them. So that's where I keep my earrings and how I keep my earrings organized. I have a top part of that, and that's where I put like all of my go-to earrings that I wear all the time. And then I have my earrings that I wear less often in the drawers underneath that. So that is an organizational tip for earrings. I'm sure some of you have even more creative ways of organizing your accessories than even I've suggested here in this video. So please do share them if you have just a brilliant organizational strategy that you know that everybody's going to benefit from. So yeah, so we've been through necklaces, shoes, handbags, scarves, and earrings. All of the important things, bracelets. They're easy to just store on a peg, some kind of a peg deal where you can just hang them. And you know, make sure you kind of approach your accessories like you did your clothes. What haven't you worn? And are you just over it? Is it something that just needs to be donated? Or, you know, is there something wrong with it? Is it outdated? Are you just not into that jewelry anymore? You know, if you haven't worn it in a couple years, you probably need to just let it go, because jewelry changes in style just like clothing does, and it can get just as out of date as clothing does. Or your style changes, you know, your preferences change. So feel free to free yourself of hanging on to stuff that you're not wearing in your accessories just as much as your clothing and your shoes. Handbags that you're not wearing, again, you know, you can make some money off those by sending those to a place like ThreadUp, an online consignment store. You can also donate those to Dress for Success if they're still in good shape. Those are always needed. So Dress for Success does take accessories. So if you have accessories that you're getting rid of, if you think that they're accessories that would be able to be worn in an office setting, in a more professional setting, then please do bring those. You know, shoes in good condition, handbags in good condition, jewelry in good condition, scarves, all of those things are needed and helpful. Okay guys, so that is the end of our closet cleanout challenge. There is no Wednesday wardrobing next week. I'm going to be at market all week. So be sure you are a VIP member in our Facebook VIP group, because they are the ones that get the Be the Buyer posts. So that is Fashion Crossroads Inc., Fashion Crossroads Fashionistas. That is our VIP group. Make sure you are a member of that so you can help me be the buyer next week. I'll also be sharing pictures from market, of different displays that I see that are inspiring, of things that I think that are funny, of trends that I think are crazy, or things that I love. So be sure you're checking in on Facebook next week. And we are having a super amazing sale this Saturday. It's called our pre-game blowout sale, and it's a sliding scale. So from 10 to 10:45, you get 80% off sales, and then like from 10:45 to 11:30, you get 75% off sales, and so forth. So the time frame is short. So make sure you go in and look ahead on the event post, and if you want to get the best deals, you need to be here and shop and be at the counter by 10:45. So this is not come in at 10:45 and buy at 11 and get 80%. This is be at the counter by 10:45, checking out to get your 80%. So you want to be here when the doors open. That's going to be the busiest time, the best deals. And yeah, so that's going to be fun. One day only. It's online also, so you can take advantage of that sale online if you can't get down to the store. That's fashioncrossroadsinc.com. Those same time frames will be in play online as well, and it all ends at 6 p.m. So make sure you come and take advantage of it. Make sure to share this video with a friend, someone that you think would appreciate these closet organizational techniques. And after market, the Wednesday after market, so not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, I will start my spring 2025 trend series. So we'll be talking color trends, fabric trends, style trends. All right? You guys have a great rest of your night.